Let's play CodeGrid, a mix between Sudoku and crossword. Hey everybody, I'm Tony Hauber, the creator of CodeGrid, and I'm going to show you a little bit about how to play. We're going to play last Sunday's puzzle, so there's no spoilers for today if you want to take a crack. Let's get started. As always, we got a 4x4 grid here, and we're going to solve crossword clues, but the answer is not going to be in the order that you might expect. So let's start with stumble. We can always click up here to put in our guess for that. I'm going to say trip and drove fast. Sped. Now, if this was traditionally, you'd say T and S don't match up, but because they're mixed in here, TRIP is mixed in here, so it could be in any order, and SPED is mixed in here, and it could be in any order. Because I know both of them, I know a P overlaps here, so I'm going to go ahead and press P, and I'm going to click down here to lock it in. When you lock it in, it'll turn green if you got it right, and it'll turn red if you got it wrong. We can also solve the quadrant clue, although dishes with chips, I'm not quite sure what that is yet. So let's keep moving on here. When we move over, we're going to have a new down, and that's going to be Pinocchio's nose growers. That one's a pretty straightforward one. It's going to be lies. And I can see the I's overlap here, so I'm going to put an I in here, and I'm going to go ahead and lock it in because I'm feeling pretty confident. Now, if we get here, two words that write as one often, I'm not sure on that one exactly. Of course, I know all the answers, but it's fun to pretend like I don't. Bullseye projectile. That one's pretty straightforward. That is going to be a dart. You'll know your quadrant, which is this 4 letters here, doesn't always give you the entire information because we know that T and R are here somewhere, and we know that T and R are also here for trip. So, just to show you what might happen if we guess wrong, I'm going to try what it could be and lock it in. And I got it wrong. You'll see when you get it wrong, it turns it to the right letter, so you know. Now, straight up Sudoku rules, I don't even need to know any other clues for this. This has got to be trip. This has got to be an R. Let's go ahead and lock that in. You can see as we lock in letters, you start to see them be locked in your answer here. Let's go here, and we're starting to see the letters. Also, it shows you the letters here. We're starting to see some of the letters here, and I'm getting an idea what this might be. Dishes with chips is not only dishes that have chips in them, but dishes with tortilla chips, and that would be dips. So you can see also that's not going to give us any information, but if we move over here with dips and lies, we know that this is an S. And that makes me pretty confident in dips. If we go here, our Sudoku rules says this has to be a D. Our SPED also shows us that. Now, let's keep moving on to another quadrant. We got fail to win. That seems pretty straightforward as lose. 2 overlapping letters here, so it doesn't actually give us any help. And I think that means that this we know that there's going to be an SE going this way and an SE going this way. So we know that this quadrant has ESE in it. And otherwise, that gives me a clue that it's going to be else. Still doesn't help us at all, but might help us in other parts of the puzzle. So let's keep moving on. Put 2 and 2 together. We have a D and an S. I'm not really sure what that's going to be, so let's move over here. And we had down was 2 words written as one often. But still don't know what that is. Single bit of rain. I know what that is. That's going to be a nope. It's going to be a drop. And because we have this quadrant, I know that this is going to be a D, and I know that this is going to be an A. But let's look at this one just for the fun of it. Well, it's got to be an A, so we have DSDA. That's going to be ads. Put 2 and 2 together is ads. All right. Now we're starting to get a couple of letters for these downs, but I still don't know what this is. We're going to move to this quadrant, which we haven't touched yet. Played with cues and chalk. That will be pool. Funny, we referenced that before. And here's something interesting. It has 2 O's. These both have an O, so we know that has to be an O. Let's go ahead and do the rest of the puzzle without locking any in because we want to make sure we get the rest right. That's something you're allowed to do. This has to be an L, as we saw with lose and pool, so let's go ahead and draft that in. This has to be a pool P because we know this is drop. We still don't know this one, but because of pool, we know it has to be an O. So let's look at this one. It's a lot. 2 words written as one often, and that's a tricky double definition because often also means a lot, and often 2 words written as one is a lot. So there's a little fun, tricky one for you. I like to have some tricky answers in there for you. Else, still nothing helping on this square, but we have a new one. We have this new across we haven't really touched yet, and it's Warsaw resident, and that's going to be a Pole from Poland. Still not giving us any help here, but if we click this one, we know it has to be an E, so let's go ahead and lock that in. We know across is going to be lose, so let's go. I guess I'm not locking them in right now. We'll just keep drafting them. Obviously an E here for all of these. It's indicating, and an L here. Once you have all the letters drafted in that you want, because sometimes people like to get it all sorted out before they lock anything in. You'll see the button allows us to lock all. We'll go ahead and lock all. And it says grid complete, 15 of 16. And I want to show you here, you can go ahead and click this share button. It will copy a spoiler-free emoji little text blob that you can send to any of your friends. Challenge them to CodeGrid too. Thank you all for sticking around and playing with me. Let's see how you did today.